Alright, so I decided to film this. I'm replacing the transmission mount on Vision. The car vibrates a lot when it's at idle, when it's up to running temperature and it's in gear. There's a lot of vibrations. You may know that I've been chasing rattles around the sunroof and things like that. Recently I readjusted the passenger door, and I realized when the aircon kicks in, things like that, when you start driving, the rattle's not there. So that means that it's a transmission mount. I had a look at the engine mounts, they look okay, and I decided to film it. It's pretty dark in my garage. The lights go off every like 25-30 seconds, but I figured this might be useful to a few different people. All you're gonna need, I'll tell you what you're gonna need at the end of this, because I've bought down quite a few different tools, and you can see the light's gone off already. Let's go turn it on. I bought down quite a few different tools with me. Come on, sensor. Just to make sure that I have what I need to get the job done. But you'll be able to see for yourself, and I'll show you what you need at the end of the video. So bear with me. I will try my best. I've brought all my lights down and everything, and I'm even wearing a light. Is it on? No, it's not. There we go. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I have removed the stone guard protective underbody panel that went here on the passenger side. It's sitting there. I used a 12mm socket and my impact driver to rattle off the bolts. That's out of the way. This is what we're trying to change up here. That, oh my god, is the transmission mount bushing. There is a bolt, a 19mm bolt that goes through the eye of the bushing, and then the actual bushing mounts to the transfer case. It's called a rear engine mount. Sits on the transfer case, yeah, I know. 4 12mm bolts, 2 on this side and 2 on the driver's side. So first course of action is to jack up the transfer case and take the load off the mount itself. So I was going to use the car's original jack to get this up. Why are you so low, Vision? Just to lift it up off the ground a little bit so that the strain's off the actual mount. But the jack is too high, even at its lower settings. So I really wanted to use the original jack because you get more control with it. It's a rotational style jack, so you turn it and it goes up. The trolley jack, you don't get that much control with it. You try and ease it off and it drops the whole thing on the ground. So we're going to have to go with the trolley jack in this instance. So that's where I'm at the moment. Okay, really trying hard to film this properly. I really hope it turns out okay. If it doesn't, I'm very sorry. Like a lot of my other videos that I've tried to film previously, this might not even make it onto the internet. Yeah. So I'm just hand pumping it, and that's taken the strain off that transmission mount now. So yeah, I really wish I had a workshop or a garage or a driveway, like sunlight. Alright, so okay, that seems to be on. Okay, that's it. Oof. Let's try it. Jack, make sure she's supported, and then I can just get my mitts in here. Pull this bolt out. You don't want to cross thread it by yanking it out if it don't want to come out. So in one hand I've got the camera, and the other hand I've got the wrench. We'll crack these off. Oh my gosh. What's that liquid that came out? Alright, so now I need to lower the transmission mount so I can get the old, I need to lower the transfer case, I mean, so I can get the old mount out. And the trouble with these trolley jacks is they sometimes just plummet down, so I don't want that. I'm gonna wedge this block of wood. Ooh, that's about enough. This block of wood. There we go, that's enough. Now this can slide out. So let's have a look at this. I think should make quite a difference, don't you? Yeah, it all looks to be the same. Good welds on the Febest. So yeah, that looks much better compared to something that's completely torn. Yeah, it's not providing any dampening force at all. So, okay, let's get the new one in. Let's get the new mount slotted in place. Okay. I think just to position it, we'll get a couple of our bolts on. I'm going to get rid of this head torch because it ain't doing anything except getting in my way. I searched Toyota A340 transmission mount torque specs and it came up with 25 newton meters, it's 260 kg centimeters. Then I did a conversion on Google, and yeah, it was like, why is the masking tape still left up here? I'm a bit distracted. I did a conversion, it came down to like 25 newton meters, so I'm just finger tightening these for now. Down to the other side. I already tightened the other side, and I didn't use my torque wrench just because it's pretty easy to gauge. For me at least, maybe you might need to use a torque wrench if you're not that well versed. But yeah, it's only 25 newton meters, which is not a lot. Remember, this transmission casting is aluminium, so you definitely want to tighten it in sequence, and you definitely don't want to over tighten it, because if you crack this transfer case, you're screwed, literally. So yeah, just tighten up. She ain't going nowhere. So now we can get the transmission back up in the air, because what we want to do is we want to get this hole back up to here so that we can get our bolt through. Okay, let's see if we can get our bolt through. I just gave the bolt a wipe down. Oh, no, you can't see anything if I get my hand that way. Maybe if I put my hand around this way. Ow. Look at that. How's that for judgment? Huh? Don't forget your washer. Don't forget your light so you can see. Right, so washer, nut. So yeah, flat side of the nut, shiny side. If you're confused, put the shiny side on the bolt, not the dirty side. So I'm just trying to thread the nut on, but the bolt's moving all the way back because I've got it just in the right spot. So I'm going to put you down I need 2 hands. Yeah, it's tight enough for now. I'm going to go drop the jack down. I'll put you here. You can see what it's like when it comes down. Alright, new transmission mount is in. Thanks for putting up with me. I'm very sorry that I couldn't film it properly, but yeah, life sucks, you know? What can you do?